Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing a flip through of my finished June 2025 Creative Daily Journal. Let's jump into it. Did I finish filling this out? No, I did not. So we're just going to put that back in there and ignore that that's even there, shall we? Because I'm going to tell you, I read 33 books this month. 33. Yeah. All right. So, this was the day I was looking into getting business cards. You guys, business cards are expensive. I don't want to spend the money. I'm cheap. When it comes to myself, I'm cheap. I don't want to spend it. Also, I was really mean today. I was really mean on this day. That's fine. It happens. I'm a woman. Sometimes it happens. So we went to Aldi this day for freeze-dried apples. An entire bag disappeared from the house. And then another entire bag after we bought them here disappeared from the house. I think the boyfriend used them and just doesn't remember, is what I'm thinking happened. We went to Michael's. I needed another floss organizer so I could continue doing my embroidered sweatshirt, which, by the way, somebody asked, and I'm going to do a short of all the embroidery on my sweatshirt. However, I want to wait till I'm done with this grouping of them that I have. I think I have like 6 more to embroider so I can soak off all the paper, because I've been leaving the paper on. So I want to soak off all the paper so you can actually see what everything is. So that is coming like in a few weeks, I guess. The new lights came for the back porch. The original ones I bought in 2017 and only 7 bulbs were out. I thought that was not bad. My son had to write his first college paper on this day. By the way, he is almost done with that class already. Oh, and this is the day that I called about the dumpster prices. Ugh, the price of dumpster is ridiculous. Ridiculous. What's in here? Bunch of stuff in here. Let's see. Books I read. Watched that show Adolescence. We got cheesesteaks. I made milk bread. I haven't made milk bread in a while. It's been too hot. I ended up renting a dumpster for Redbox. It was $325 for 3 days. The one from our garbage company was $1,200. So I made chocolate cupcakes. I made dense bean salad, Alfredo and garlic bread. I said, I'm in so much pain. My ankle is killing me. I wonder why. I wonder why. Maybe because I do too much. Oh, it's the time of the year. I had to prep the AC on this day to make sure all the vents were open. The filter was new out of the winter garbage bag. It was really hot out today. The kid left to go hiking. I said, take water and wear shorts. He does not like to wear shorts around his friends for some reason. So I didn't cook on this day. Great. Awesome. That's about it. There's nothing. Oh, our shed was delivered on this day. It is still in those boxes in our garage, by the way. We just have not had time to put this stupid shed together. I turned the AC on this day for the first time. The dogs were just miserable. The dog, Sammy, the ween, has decided that most of the night he wants to sleep on the floor. I'm okay with that. Let me have my bed to myself. I gathered a bunch of stuff to get rid of from the basement for when we had the dumpster. And this is when we decided to book an overnight trip to Atlantic City. This was this night. We hadn't gone anywhere together up until that point. So I put headphones on, listened to an audiobook, and just cleaned, did laundry, made more milk bread because my family is obsessed. And it was just really nice to block out the world. Sometimes you just have to block out the world, you guys. And don't ever feel guilty for doing that. Like, sometimes it just needs to be done. And we ordered pizza. And my kid got a B- on his paper. This was the dog. There was a thunderstorm. She was acting like an idiot. So the saga of Sammy's anal glands is finally over. Spoiler alert, it's not. So this was, what day was this? I don't even know. So this was the 8th. The 8th. And we're having problems again. So I have to take him to the vet tomorrow. So the dad and I started emptying the shed on this day. And he got rid of a lot of stuff. I was really proud of him because he is such a hoarder. Like, not like major hoarder, but like a, what do they used to call that? He just does not ever want to get rid of anything. And I'm the type of person who wants to get rid of everything. I got up and made another loaf of milk bread, you guys. Another loaf of milk bread. Yeah. Another loaf of milk bread. All right, here was the tear down the shed day. Tear down the shed day. It's so weird not having a shed there right now. It's so bizarre. But if you were here for the original flip through of when I did this week in the journal, you know that the shed almost fell on us and almost took out that white fence right there. Yeah. Anytime anybody asks how it went, I said we almost died. We almost died. And the dumpster hadn't gotten here yet. The dumpster didn't get here till like 5 o'clock that night. So we just left everything in the yard and filled it up the next morning. Oh, and the boyfriend got stung in the earlobe by a wasp. So this was the next morning. It was raining. And then when it stopped, we threw and cleaned up the yard, threw everything. We filled that dumpster in 2 hours, you guys. A 10-yard dumpster we filled in 2 hours, completely to the top. Like, it was ridiculous. And then the boyfriend and I went to Yummy Bowl to reward ourselves for all of our hard work because I was tired. I walked, how many steps was it? I walked 6,000 steps in 2 hours. It was insane. And then we got pizza for dinner because all the boyfriend wanted was a plain pizza. All he wanted. It's all he talked about. We went to the mall to look for shorts for the boyfriend for our trip to Atlantic City. Did we find any? Nope. No, we did not. Let's see what else. We went to Chick-fil-A. Dude, I spent $27 on 4 sandwiches and a freaking fry. Ridiculous. Oh, and Target had buy one, get one books. So I ordered books. And I renewed my KU subscription on this day. Hence the 33 books I read this month. The company never came to pick up the dumpster on this day. Well, they ended up getting back to me and saying, we don't guarantee when we pick up our dumpster. I said, I don't care when you pick up the dumpster, as long as we don't get charged extra days. I don't care. Don't care. They picked up the dumpster on this day. And just so you know, I want to write that down. We did not get charged anything extra. So we never went over, we didn't go over the tonnage. So you can have a ton is the weight in the 10-yard dumpster. And you have to be below the line. And if you are not below the fill line, you get charged $150. So we did very well. We didn't go over the tonnage and we didn't go above the line. So we were good. This is private journaling. I don't remember what it was about, though. I don't remember. Anyway, moving on. I don't remember. This is my headache. My headache is like really bad, and it's been really bad. Oh, this was Father's Day, and my kid drove to see his dad for the first time ever. Like, his dad always has picked him up, well, when he had a license. Other than that, my boyfriend did all the driving. But this was the first time that he drove to see his dad, and it was so weird. I texted him, and I'm like, is it not weird that you don't have to come pick him up? It's so weird. This is the day I was so hot. My head was pounding. I was so hot. I had 3 fans on me. 3 fans, and it wasn't even 60 degrees outside. And my kid ordered a new die for D&D, a set of dice for his friend Gabby that had little cats inside. They were really cute. He got them on Etsy. And a mechanical calculator for some reason. I don't know why he wanted that, but he did. Not like he doesn't have like a calculator for like algebra, like one of those calculators. He wanted another calculator. I don't know. This day we ran errands. We went to Ollie's and the grocery outlet to stock up on snacks to leave to go the next day to Atlantic City. And let's see, I made tacos for dinner, ran the dishwasher, washed all the dishes, filled my Kindle with books, had everything packed, everything ready to go, made a playlist for the drive, everything. Like, we were ready to go. And we ended up going to Burlington and finding the boyfriend 2 pairs of shorts. So he was super happy. So this was Atlantic City. I was really cold. It was so cold in the room. My boyfriend's a butthead. So we left at noon and headed out. It was a 3-hour drive to avoid Philly and to avoid the Atlantic City Expressway. So we didn't want to take either one of those things on the way there, but we're regretting not taking it on the way back because it was more expensive. You guys, it was so expensive to cross the bridge over the river to come back from Jersey into Pennsylvania than it was to go into Jersey from Pennsylvania. It was so expensive. It cost us $22 in tolls to come home. So like, that's ridiculous. So we just gambled. We went to this place for lunch. It was so good and super cheap. And it's open 24 hours. If you go to Atlantic City, go to the Irish pub. It's right off the boardwalk. So that's all we did. Here's my little vouchers at like my 5 cents for 3 cents for resorts and 5 cents for Hard Rock. We just went to Hard Rock, was the only other casino we went to. It was muggy. It was muggy there that day. All right. I slept for shit. I was freezing till 4 o'clock in the morning. I had to go buy a hoodie because the boyfriend dropped the air conditioning to 65 and it was so cold in that room. So I wore a hoodie till like 4 a.m. and then I was hot. So we cashed out our winnings. I had $79 ticket to cash out. So I cashed that out and we headed home. We stopped at Duke's Delights to get treats for the dog and the mini mart for cheesesteaks for lunch. And then we got home and here Sammy had barked almost the entire time we were gone. The entire time we were gone, you guys. I felt so bad for the dog and my kid and my dad. Like, you should have heard his little voice. He was so hoarse. It was so bad. I said, and the dog has anal gland issues again. Yep. The anal gland fiber supplement was not working. I ordered a different one and it's working a little better, but I think he needs to go to the vet anyway because it's just leaking. And honestly, I'm so freaking tired of it. So tired of his anal glands. He's never had a problem. And the one time he had to get them done in the 5 years we've owned them, and now it won't stop. I said, the never-ending headache is not behaving. I expect a pain level of 1 to 3 for most days, not a 7. And it's just been so bad. I put dinner in the crock pot. The kid went out to drop his friend off at her friend's house so she could go out drinking. And I said, do you know where you're going? And he said, no, I'll just use Google Maps. And I texted my boyfriend and I'm like, I don't know if he'll make it home because my boyfriend has been trying to teach him for years how to use Google Maps. And he's just like, you know, he's 20, he's freaking 22. Of course he knows everything. He did make it home, obviously. It's Saturday and it's hot. That's it. So I said, it's Saturday and it's hot. That's all I've got for today. Life is sucky. We're starting a heat wave. I'm over it. Yeah. So this was day 1 of the heat wave. It was 94 degrees out with a real feel of 105. We had thunderstorms in the morning, so the heat wave didn't start till later on than it was supposed to, but it started and it was horrible, you guys. Ugh. I said, I'm not looking forward to the amount of bitching I will hear from the boyfriend and the kid about the temperature in the house. I'm in perimenopause. I'm on antidepressants. I have anemia. I am fucking hot, you guys. I'm hot. I sweat. And these two jerks are constantly complaining. And I'm like, you think I don't know it's hot? You think I'm not hot right now? Yep. So this was the next day. It was 99 with a real feel of 110. I said, the heat, I can't deal. The kid came home from work bitching. And I'm just like, and then the boyfriend egged him on. And I'm like, you two need to just stop. Like, I don't think you understand how AC, like central air works, because I don't think they do. My boyfriend said to me, in my room on my window air conditioner, like I'll put it down to like 68 and it'll end up stopping at 72 because of eco mode. I said, do you think my central air has fucking eco mode? That's not how that freaking works. You're cooling your goddamn bedroom. This has to cool my entire brick 1960s non-insulated ranch home. I'm like, if you guys could just stop coming at me about the AC, my life would be like 10% better. 10% better. 10%, you guys. Like, it was 83. Like, I don't know what you want me to do. The AC didn't go off until 4 o'clock in the freaking morning. 4 o'clock. Day 3 of the heat wave. I don't remember what the temperature was, but it was like coming down. I think this day was the hottest day, I believe. The 99 was the hottest day. So I think this was like 95. I didn't write it down. Also, if you go to Walmart and you see the King Crumb cookies, they're like crumble dupes. They're so good. So I was waiting on Matt to finish grilling. We hadn't eaten yet. It was 6 o'clock. We hadn't eaten yet. I did go to BJ's so I could get the 2 cases of the Canada Dry summer pack, because we are obsessed with that ginger ale in my house. We all love it. The summer pack is regular, cherry, and strawberry. And the strawberries, that's the only way you can get the strawberry. It's so good. So the boyfriend went to the store and got pork steaks to grill, and I made baked potatoes, and that's what we had for dinner. If you've never seen pork steaks in your grocery store, keep a lookout for them. Pork sirloin steaks, I think is what they're calling them. They're literally just slices off of, I think, pork butt, whatever it is, but they grill up and they taste exactly like steak. Exactly like steak. So this was day 4 of the heat wave, and I officially had enough of people. That's what it says. I've officially had enough of people. My headache has been bad for a week now. It's been over a week, guys. My headache's been bad every single day, and it's getting on my nerves. It's hot and miserable, and I just need the heat to be done. I said I made the conscious decision not to make dinner, so I ordered pizza. I'm like, I don't want to make dinner. All right, finally the heat wave is over. It's currently 65 outside. Yes, this was Friday, and it was 65 beautiful degrees outside, to the point where I ended up wearing a sweatshirt at night because I was cold. I put up my dad's new ceiling fan. His ceiling fan was making a really loud noise, so he bought another one. So I installed it on this day, and it was still like super hot. So like in the house, it was hot in the house. It was 65 outside, but it was warm in the house. Let's see. I made 3 cards. You'll see those. This is what these are from, the leftovers from that card. You'll see those eventually. I don't know when. Whenever I have a chance to put them on, to put them in my schedule. I made Instant Pot spaghetti. I forgot how easy and quick and delicious Instant Pot spaghetti is. If you've never made Instant Pot spaghetti, I'm going to tell you right now. If you have an Instant Pot and you've never made Instant Pot spaghetti, what are you doing with your life? I'm going to tell you right now how to make it. It's so super freaking easy. So you cook your meat in the bottom of the Instant Pot on saute. That's all you got to do. Add peppers, onions, whatever it is that you add to spaghetti on top of the already cooked meat. Heavily season, you guys. You need to heavily season. Don't go light. It needs to be heavily seasoned, your meat and your sauce and everything. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your spaghetti noodles and you're going to break them in half and fan them around the meat mixture. After you've turned it off, remember, you were on saute. You got to turn your Instant Pot off. You're going to put it on pressure cook then. So make sure you turn your Instant Pot off. Then you are going to dump a can of diced tomatoes on top. Juice, everything, diced tomatoes on top of those noodles. Then a jar of spaghetti sauce, a normal sized jar of spaghetti sauce. You are going to fill that jar after you dump the spaghetti sauce out on top 1.5 times, 1 full time, and then a half of a jar. Okay, 1.5 jars. You are going to put that on top. Make sure the noodles are underneath all that liquid. Push them down if you have to. Put the lid on and set it for 8 minutes. You're welcome. Now, when you take it off, it's going to look like there's a lot of water in there. Stir that bitch. Stir that bitch really good. Make sure you get all the meat from the bottom, everything. Stir it really good. And you will thank me when it is the easiest, most delicious spaghetti you've ever had. I'm not even going to joke about that. So good. But there you go. There you go. Okay, after an almost week-long heat wave, the 68 degrees it is tonight feels so damn cold. Oh, this was the day I put the hoodie on. Yeah, because this day was still ended up being 80-something. But this day was freaking cold. And then we had to figure out what we need for the shed base so we can get that done. We still haven't gotten that done yet, by the way. Delivery prices were ridiculous, so we ended up renting a U-Haul. So this day I hung up my new curtain rod. I had hung up a new curtain rod in my room a few months ago and never bought a second one for my other window, and I finally bought it and hung it up so they both match now, but I couldn't find a drill bit in the basement. I was so angry, so I was like, I'm done. I think I'm just going to buy myself my own set of tools, and then they're going to be mine, and I'm going to lock them up somewhere so nobody can touch them. And I have a list of things that we have to do after we do the shed, but we have got to do this shed. My order from 32 Degrees came today. I buy this one dress. I will put the link for it down below. It is the most comfortable dress. It's the coolest dress. I love it. I've owned 3 of them now. They're amazing. And that's what came. So I bought 3 new dresses. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just bitching about myself. Okay, we'll move on. Got up bright and early to go get a U-Haul. This was yesterday. So we needed 2 4x4s. We needed a sheet of pressure-treated plywood, and we needed cinder blocks to finish the base of the shed. We're just building off the base that's there already, which was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to tear that base down and start over, but who am I? Why am I speaking? Nobody listens to me. And we had to rent a U-Haul because wood used to fit in my boyfriend's old car, but his new car is smaller. So, yeah. Yep. And it was miserably hot in the room all night long. This time of year, the AC does not come on in the middle of the night because the temperature drops down to sometimes high 60s, low 70s this time of year in Pennsylvania. So our house is cool, so the AC doesn't come on, but it gets so hot. It was 81 in my room. So gross. And then, my dad wanted to order food. So we got halal food from, what is it called? It is called Shaw's Halal, something like that. It's an actual chain restaurant. So it was okay. I prefer other places, but this one was quick. My dad really wanted to go to Yummy Bowl, you guys, but I was like, Dad, we can't just go to Yummy Bowl for dinner. Like, you have to go lunchtime and that's before the lunch rush and after the lunch rush. You can't go at dinner time. It takes forever to get your food. So that was my month. It sucked. This was a sucky month, but I'm glad to be done with this journal. My next journal is this one, and I just finally cut all the papers to go in the pockets. Yep, I just cut all the papers to go in the pockets when I sat down here to do this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you guys in the next crafty video.